Today, Uncharted 3 may not be the greatest game ever made. I know, I'm angry too. This is CheckPoint.
Welcome to CheckPoint and happy Halloween. You can't tell, but under this dress I'm wearing my Halloween costume, a slutty Slave Leia outfit.
What? So am I. Well, one of us is going to have to change, and it's not going to be me.
At this year's E3, EA announced that Battlefield 3 on the PS3 would come with a free download of Battlefield 1943. Well, the game came out and consumers discovered that EA had changed their minds, but had neglected to tell them. However, EA is making good. Instead of a free game, PS3 owners will get early access to Battlefield 3 DLC, because the privilege of being able to give EA extra money sooner is just as good as getting a free game, right?
And in other Battlefield news, there's been quite the kerfuffle on the internet tubes about the HD texture pack for BF3. The issue being that because not all Xbox 360s have hard drives, Battlefield needs to provide an option that doesn't involve a full game install. Which in this case means missing out on the HD textures and instead getting a game that looks like a last generation title with a MIP mapping error that forgets to render the closest distance. The game should at least look as good as Battlefield 2 did, and significantly better than something a PS2 could run.
In a recent interview, Valve bossman Gabe Newell said that they don't fully understand why 20 to 30% of free-to-play Team Fortress players are spending money on microtransactions when the usual conversion rate for lesser games is something like 2 or 3%, but they're okay with it. And really, so are we. I mean, we make fun of Valve and Team Fortress 2 all the time, but by God, if people were knocking down our door for hats, we'd for damn sure sell them.
When Netflix did their split into Netflix and Quickster, part of that plan was to have Quickster start serving video game discs through the mail. But now that they've seen the light and decided not to go forward with their intercompany schism, there's been no word on video games. However, during an investors call, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings said that they hadn't decided one way or the other yet, but that the decision would have, quote, little financial impact either way. So if it's really not going to affect things, that means if they don't do it, they're just being dicks.
In a PR exercise gone horribly wrong, Nintendo of America megaboss Reggie Fils-Aimé took over the official Nintendo America Twitter account last week to do a little Q&A and was immediately overwhelmed by angry Project Rainfall members wondering why Nintendo isn't bothering to bring Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower to North America. Nintendo, I know you were hoping for something magical or civil, but this is what you get for stonewalling your fans. Welcome to the internet. It sucks here.
Uncharted 3 comes out this week, and the reviews are pouring in. Most of them are very positive. Even the one from Eurogamer, who had the gall to give the game a less than perfect score. At least that's what some fans, none of whom have played the game, are saying. With more on this, here's Paul.
Well, Graham, I'd like to start off by sharing a couple of direct quotes from the 113-page-long bitchfest over at NeoGAF, where some disgruntled Uncharted 3 fans are venting, upset that less than perfect reviews are dragging down the game's Metacritic score. I can't believe these people had the nerve to give Uncharted an 8. Fucking trolls. Eurogamer, you piece of shit. If your reviews constantly differ from the rest of the community, then you're not fit for the job. Eurogamer is just attention whoring. And CheckPoint favorite, the completely math-free comment, you can't be serious. 10 out of 10 is nothing like 5 out of 5. One is 100%, the other is anything from like 80 to 100%. Look, I'm not saying Uncharted 3 is going to be bad. It'll probably be really good. But what if it is bad? Then all you can do is double down. If you were defending the bad thing before, and now you're stuck with the bad thing, you've got no choice. It's either defend the bad thing until your death, or admit you're wrong. And this is the internet. If you admit you're wrong, you might as well be dead.
Paul, I have some live Twitter feedback from viewers here. I can't read that one. I can't read that. I really can't read that. Okay. Paul, I respect your opinion and your right to say it, is what I would be saying if you weren't... Oh, wow. I had only just skimmed that one. I didn't think you could fit that much profanity into 140 characters. You should probably just keep going.
The point is, have these people defined themselves so completely by a game? There are better ways to demonstrate their fandom than to level thinly and not so thinly veiled death threats against the reviewers in question. The most effective would be not arguing online and just buying the game. Seriously, that's it. The company doesn't give a rat's ass what kind of scores they get as long as people buy it. It'll also make them significantly less embarrassed by their fan base. Let your dollars speak for you, because your mouth is failing miserably.
Thank you, Paul. Overall, good reporting. I would rate that feature story a 7.5 out of 10.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Coming up, lobby group TIGA is petitioning the Scottish government to boost the gaming industry by offering loans to startups. Guys, how many bagpipe sims do we need?